gotta speak about this here, because I've been watching the Musk thing like with detached curiosity, and the reason I'm doing that is because I fully don't understand what's happening or why Donald Trump is like turning his presidency over to this guy who's like one of the least likable people I've ever met in my life. I've only met the guy once, and he was lovely to me for the moments that we were together. We're not together a very long time. It was one New Year's party I met him. But when I see Elon Musk, I don't see a likable, charismatic guy. I see probably a brilliant, but very autistic, strange, weird kind of man-child running around on ketamine with a chainsaw. This isn't what anyone elected. I don't understand why Donald Trump, who is charismatic, who is a salesman, whatever you think of him, is turning his presidency over to this guy who's now hawking Teslas on the White House lawn. Play a little bit of this scene here. And this is obviously Elon Musk, because of all the controversy surrounding his cuts, which I think are going to be a big problem for Republicans. And I'm going to talk about why in a minute. But because of that, he's facing, there's protests, there's people that are like, I don't know, lighting Teslas on fire in Europe. So Donald Trump comes out and goes, well, I'm going to support Elon by, I don't know, doing this kind of strange car commercial that I don't fully grasp here. And let's see what this is.
This is a different panel than I've had. Everything's computer.
Hello, President Trump. Are you looking to buy or lease today?
Well, I'm going to buy. And I'm going to buy because, number one, it's a great product, as good as it gets. And number two, because this man has devoted his energy and his life to doing this. And I think he's been treated very unfairly by a very small group of people.
This is bulletproof.
I mean, look, in terms of imagination, I think I have a great imagination. Who else but this guy would design this, and everybody on the road is looking at it? It's amazing, actually. As soon as I saw it, I said, that is the coolest design. It's. Do you agree with that, Brian? I mean,
I do.
It's amazing.
Very cool. Yeah.
You got to give him credit.
We want the future to look like the future, and it's kind of, what kind of truck would Blade Runner drive? That was the design idea.
I mean, this is the problem with these people. What kind of truck would Blade Runner drive? I mean, we're just handing the whole entire world over to like fucking nerds and freaks. We want the future to look like the future. First of all, the Cybertruck's disgusting. We can all kind of admit that. It's a heinous looking car. They explode. They go into trees and they explode and stuff. They're not good look. They don't look dignified or classy on the road. I don't know who that appeals to. Now, I understand there's man children out there that want to fly rockets to Mars because they can't fly their penis into a vagina. Now, that's not really, you know, I don't know how to describe, you know, whatever. Like, I understand thinking this guy does cool shit, and I understand to some degree, like, whatever, liking that he's, you know, some type of disruptor. What is happening right now to any intellectually honest person, of which there are very few in this world? I'm maybe the only one worth listening to or worth giving your money to be honest. I wouldn't lie to you. But I'm telling you right now, this is the grossest and cringiest shit anyone has ever seen in a very long time. This isn't cool. It doesn't look cool. This guy running around the government slashing things. And then, you know, they're talking about Medicare and Social Security. If you look at the realignment in American politics, this has been said by a lot of people, including Steve Bannon. A lot of the people that depend on Social Security and Medicare voted for Donald Trump. They voted for Republican. In fact, people with four-year college educations and higher than average incomes, a lot of them aren't really depending on those programs. A lot of them voted for Kamala. There are Trump voters that will be hurt badly. And even if there weren't, it's morally not right to eliminate. I'm not saying you can't get rid of waste, fraud, and abuse. I think most people would be on board with that. But cutting Social Security or Medicare, Medicaid, you have a lot of Republicans on those programs. And you have the richest guy in the world doing it. You're trying to make a case why these cuts are necessary. You have the richest guy on earth with 15 children running around with a chainsaw telling people why this is good. Are Republicans totally not freaking out? Are they not? Is there not anybody there going, this is shaping up to be a big problem? This looks weird. This isn't what anyone voted for. Nobody really voted for Elon Musk to be running around the White House with a chainsaw. Is that crazy to say that this? Now, I think Trump, and I've said it before, sees these guys coming a mile away. He's a casino guy from Queens. He has political instincts. He's a brawler. He understands the value of building people up. Sometimes he understands the value of hanging them out to dry, too. He understands fall guys. We've gone over that. I fully don't know what this is. I think a lot of people don't know what it is. I think Trump likes him. He's really rich. He's the wealthiest guy in the world. He's an incredibly powerful guy. He owns an incredibly powerful social media platform. He certainly is a visionary guy, but this vision isn't good. This makes people incredibly uncomfortable. And by the way, increasingly, I think that's Republicans that are looking at this going, what is this? What is this? Is that the deep state, the park rangers? Is that what anyone thought the deep state was, going and firing a bunch of park rangers? Now, listen, I'm against national parks. Truly. I don't care about them. I think that a lot of people go in there and they end up dead because I think a lot of people that are really over the top into nature are actually very sick and twisted and hate human beings and want to kill others. That's all. And I've said that before. I'm not saying you can't be into nature, but to be overly into it, I think is actually a problem. That's my own belief. Now, you have, they're slashing all of this stuff. You know, no one thought the deep state or the swamp was like veterans who were like working as a working as park rangers. Nobody thought that was the deep state. Mr. Musk is still committed to his own super PAC, which has now spent $6 million to support a conservative candidate in the Wisconsin Supreme Court election next month. He spent close to $300 million on the presidential race last cycle, almost all through America PAC, which he founded last year. He's become the biggest donor in American political life, in right-wing politics. He's the most powerful person in the world. And also, he's a guy that believes that we have to go to Mars and merge with AI and no longer be humans. And no one seems to question that. Everybody seems to go, that's cool. I mean, literally, Elon Musk has said, no. In order to defeat AI, we have to merge with it. We have to literally alter our humanity. This is legitimately what he believes. That's not a conspiracy. That's what he believes. Nobody brings it up. Nobody really brings it up. I don't think populism, as has been described, includes merging with machines and going to Mars. I don't think that's what anyone envisioned that populism was, by the way. And all these tech people, as Bannon said and other people have said, and I've said, these people were Democrats until 15 minutes ago. They don't give a shit about anything. They don't really care about politics. They want to leave Earth. The less money for Social Security, the more money he can build rockets to leave the planet. That's all they're trying to do. So it's a huge, massive mistake for Donald Trump to turn over his presidency to Elon Musk. I don't know why this is happening. I don't know why it's happening. And I disagree with close friends of mine who think Elon Musk is, the savior of, this is Jesus. If Jesus came back, he'd be Elon Musk. He'd come through South Africa and design cars that don't need gas and buy X. That's what Jesus would be. I have friends that think he's Jesus. That Jesus is back. Well, this is what Jesus looks like now. Elon Musk. The guy's a billionaire who wants to go to Mars, and normal people are going, what the fuck is this? I can't get a knee operation. This idea of like reining in billionaires and Wall Street and plutocrat. And where's that Epstein's list, by the way? Where's that? You ain't seeing that. Where's that list? The Republicans now control all of the government. Now, I know, I'm not stupid. Are there factions that are against them and working against them? Absolutely. But how long can you blame that? Truly. How long can you blame all of this hidden power structures and everything? At what point do you hold the people accountable that you elected and say, yeah, I guess they're not really serious about releasing that list, which I never thought they were, by the way. All this stuff that you think you're going to find out, and you think you're going to find out how it all works, and then you're not. That's why I've told all of you, always, this show is entertainment. Whether I'm right or wrong or in the middle, all you're getting out of any of these things is entertainment, including your own government, by the way. There is not going to be, you're not going to be saved. There's not going to be, can the government do some good things? Absolutely. Like supporting poor people, veterans, providing a national defense, making sure the country has a border, making sure the economy is somewhat reasonably fair. Yes. You're not, this isn't a movie where the movie ends with Elon putting you on his spaceship and going to Mars. You're not going to Mars. I'm sorry about that. These people are also the elites, which you people talk about the elites, and I've talked about it myself. Because the elites are completely out of touch, but these elites are also out of touch. It's also out of touch to think that the biggest issue is let's go to Mars. That's also out of touch. That's not in touch. Go talk to a working family that can't put food on the table. See how many times they mention Mars. I guarantee it's not at all. Go speak to a mother whose house just burned down in Altadena and ask her about Mars and how often she's thinking about Mars. She's not. Ask her at what point, she's thinking a lot about the Neuralink chip. She's not. These aren't bread and butter issues that people give a shit about, by the way. They're just not. They're not. People want a border. They want law and order. They want to, they're not trying to chip themselves and their kids. That's not a big issue, but that is the issue to these people. To guys like Elon, it is the issue. I just think it's a huge mistake.